All right, maybe you've seen me work on this car before, a 2016 Grand Cherokee. This is my wife's car. It's a WK2 model. And it's the first year they changed out of that electronic shifter. So this is just a normal shifter. If you don't know about that electronic shifter, terrible, terrible things have happened. I'll link to a couple of stuff about it in the description. And I got to do a few things on this. There might be a few more videos coming on this over the next month or two. My wife's going to take it down to Charleston. She does, it seems like this is going to be an every year thing, taking my son down to Charleston on vacation. So it's a long trip. It's a long trip. It's probably about 14 hours from here. So we're going to have to go through the truck, go through the car, and make sure everything's working good. One problem right now that we're going to solve in this video, short video, is headlight. That headlight's out, but if one headlight's out, you got to change both lights. And we're going to use these now. I'm not recommending these. I don't actually even know anything about them. All I know is that they were cheap, and they had good reviews on Amazon. I think it was like 30 bucks. These are LEDs. Man, it's a little annoying to change this stuff. You got to take some things apart, but I'll show you how to do it. Let's start with the driver's side. Okay. All right, I have you zoomed in here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. We got to take out this air box for the driver's side. Okay, that's good. This is a good time also to change your air filter, which I don't have, so we'll take a look at it. All right, that's out of there. There's some clips on this side, and that should allow you to pull this part off. And then here's the air filter. Let's take a look at this. Now when you look at an air filter, this is a good tip while I got you here. You don't just want to look at this. You don't want to just look right. You want to pull these things apart. See this? And look in between all these little slats. Now, I don't have a replacement one on me, but I will probably replace this before she leaves. For now, we'll give it a few whacks on the tire. Now, the bottom of this air filter housing, we need to take that out. And there's a little snap in piece for this molding. And then this doesn't screw in, this part just snaps in, much like the engine cover. If you ever change the oil on it, you'll know. It just pulls out, straight out. You're going to grab it here, and you grab it on the back, and you just give it a yank. You got to give it a real good yank. I dropped that thing. There it is. So I just dropped this. You probably can't see this, but it's the outside light for your headlight. That's the one that you need to change. If you're confused, just flip your brights on and you'll see. But there's a little cover. You turn it. Looks like this. And maybe I'll give you a close-up of this. Once you have that cap off, I got you on the phone here. The quality's not really that good on a phone, but it is what it is. I really want to show you this trick. It's very difficult, though, to get it on camera. Basically, there's the bulb right there. You see that blue? I'm pointing to it with the screwdriver. You have to turn this bulb counterclockwise to get it off. The problem is that this is way deep in this corner. If you have big hands, it's hard to get in there. And also, they can just be extremely tight. So what you want to do is that you want to use a screwdriver and this edge right here to pry down. Now I'm going to put the screwdriver in and you're not going to see it anymore. But basically the screwdriver is going to go in between this blue mark and this edge right here. And you can even put your other hand in and you're basically putting the screwdriver on top of the bulb. Let's see if I can get it on here. Yeah. So now I'm on top of the bulb and I'm up against this ledge. You can't see it, but it is what it is. Once we get this thing out, it's easier to explain what I did. And all you're going to do is pry up. And it's going to twist it. It's supposed to twist it. Get it on it. Yep, there it goes. So, perfect. Man, that thing is so in there. So the bulb is in there like this. And yeah, this is way easier. So what I'm doing is that since the bulb is there, I'm taking the screwdriver and forcing it. See that? And that will turn it. Sometimes you got to put a finger on this side. You also got to take the electrical connection off, which I'll show you. The wire's right here. Come on, baby, give me this thing. This is so stupid. It's amazing how much harder bulbs have become. I have no idea why. There's the connection right there. It used to be incredibly easy, but over the years, it's become, you got to take off bumpers and stuff to get the thing out. See there? That's the connection right there. That. So you want to take that off before trying to turn it. Okay, now let's get the bulb in. Oh my God. It's going to be easier though, because we're using an LED. It doesn't have this right angle on it. I'll show you. See that? No right angle, it's straight. So let's connect this so that let's see if this light even turns on. Welcome to 9-year-old plastic. Oh, it's okay, it works. All right, so all we got to do is just use some electrical tape. All right, so now we're going to put this thing back in, and in this particular case, you know, this obviously this might not be what you have. You might have a right angle one, but definitely it's easier if it's not right angle. That is for sure. I think we're in. Okay, you could probably see right there. That's the end of the bulb, and this is the wire that hangs off of it. Okay, good. All right, let's go to the other. Well, let's put this thing back together, and then we'll go to the other side. All right, the next one's in here. If you have smaller hands, you might be able to get to it. But I would say that the easier thing to do is to remove this computer, and it's really just unclipping it. You're just going to pull up, wiggle, and then drop it down like that. And now this one it's impossible for me to show it to you. It's the right angle is pointed up. The other one, it was the connection was pointed that way. This one is pointed this way. Still need to turn it counterclockwise. And you might be able to use the trick that I did with the other one, but the leverage is going to be different. And the length of the screwdriver is going to be different. Now on this one, a tool with a little bit of an angle on it is going to be better for prying. And I got it out. I just need to, there we go. So this one is going to be in like this. So this one's going to be in like this. And you're going to come in and you might need to do something like that, or a short screwdriver. But all you're doing is catching this corner, and you really only need to move it pretty much a third of the way, maybe even less, a quarter of the way. And remember, it's only turning from here to get it out. If you can just get it to do that, you'll be able to move it by hand. It's that first bit when it's stuck. So yeah, pry tool helps. Yeah, okay, it fits perfectly when when the clip's not broken. I'll say this is that with an LED and that little wire extension, that really makes life easier putting this thing in. So it's worth it, I think, to just get an LED just for that. Okay, well, we're good here, and I assume nothing's going to happen with that clip being broken. I put the electrical tape on it. Should be all right. Lights are working fine, and it's a different type of color. It's kind of like a cool white type color, which should be brighter. These should be way brighter. I'll give you, the next video I do on this car, I'll give you an update on these lights. I'll tell you what my wife thinks. But I think it should be all right. I mean, these are the ones that came with it. You know, all the lights that come with vehicles, they suck. So this should be a decent upgrade. And again, using a screwdriver or that tool that I used just before, this tool, this comes in a kit that I've talked about 500,000 times. I'll link to the kit in the description, but it's like a panel popper kit. There's a million things in it. This is one of them. And if you don't want to buy the kit and you have a sacrificial flathead screwdriver, put it in a vise, give it a little bend. It's going to make this side a lot easier. The one over here is simple with just a regular flathead, but this one, the angle is strange. They both got their annoyances. This one, you got to take out the whole air box, and then you can get to it. This one, you only have to just pop out the ECU, unclip it, but it's harder to get to. It's annoying either way. The other methods are you take off the bumper. Okay, we're not doing that. And there is one other method. I think it's going through the wheel well, but the access is very, very small. So that's it. All right, everyone. I will catch you on the next one. We got to do some things on this. We got to get it detailed. It needs new tires. We might have to do front brakes. I don't think I've done front brakes on this, but so we got a couple of videos coming up in the next month and a half. Okay, see ya.